So, welcome to lecture number 58. So, we are seeing case studies in object oriented programming. In the last two lectures, we had seen the extensive applications in C++, and in today's lecture, we are going to talk about the online shopping cart system with the help of Java, right. So, the main objective is to build an online shopping cart system using object oriented programming in Java. Right. So, the key features we are going to use, let us say the product hierarchies, right. It may be electronics, it may be clothing, right. It may be, let us say, some kitchenery items, etc. Right. And then you have cart management, so which will add or remove, right. So, when you are going to the shop, you may pick or you will remove it, right. So, you may not require, or let us say 10 items you are picking and 1 item or 2 items you are putting it back, right. So, the same we have to think, and that is called cart management. And the third one is dynamic pricing, right. The dynamic pricing calculation, exactly what we did in the hotel management system. So, this is based on discounts and taxes, right. So, then here also we are going to have the file handling system for saving the orders. So, use cases. So, we are going to simulate the e-commerce functionalities, and we are going to provide a modular design for extensibility. So, here the high level design, we have the modules, right. So, the product is the base class for all, right. We are going to have the modules product, which is the base class for all product types, right. And then cart, which is managing, adding, removing and listing the items. You call it as cart module. And then order module, this is handling order placement and summary. And then billing, so this is calculating the total price with the discounts and taxes, right. So, these are all the 4 modules: product, cart, order and billing. So, the key concepts here, we use inheritance, right, for product hierarchies, and encapsulation for secure data handling, right, encapsulation. So, we use inheritance first for product hierarchies, encapsulation for secure data handling, then polymorphism for the dynamic billing, right. So, dynamic price calculations, and then exception handling for error management, right. So, we are going to study, or we are going to use inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism and exception handling. So, this we are going to see with the help of Java. So, what are all the classes we can make, right. Product. So, product will be the base class, right. Product is a base class with the shared attributes. Then we have electronics, clothing, grocery, etc. will be the derived class with the special features. And another class called cart, right, which is storing a list of products, right. So, which is chosen by the user or which are all added by the user. Then billing, right. So, once you have selected the complete items, the price will be calculated, right. So, then you are going to have the billing, right. So, next one is this will handle order placement and summary generation, that is you are going to have the order class, right. So, this will handle order placement and then summary generation. That means, product is the base class and the derived classes are electronics, clothing and grocery. Cart, which is another class which is storing list of products, right, and billing, which is computing the total cost, and order saves and summarizing the cart. So, whatever the user has chosen in the cart, so that will be saved and summarized, all right. So, these are all the classes that we are going to make, and then we will go to the main program and we will run the code. So, let us have product class, which is the abstract class, product, right, public abstract class product, right. So, we have studied about abstract class, if you recall, right. So, 0 to 100% abstraction is possible. That means, we can also write the regular method, right, whereas interface, it is a 100% abstraction. So, here we are using abstract class product. So, under abstract class product, you have name whose data type is string, price whose data type is double, right. So, here you have the constructor product, all right. So, string name and double price, all right. So, name is string and price is double. If price less than 0, all right, if price less than 0, so here you go, all right, yes, price less than 0 not possible, right, or equal to 0 is also not possible. So, in that case, yeah, sometimes you may get free, yeah, that is possible, equal to 0 is possible. So, less than 0 is not possible, right. So, in that case it will throw this exception, illegal argument exception, right, by printing price cannot be negative. It is understood. Otherwise, name will be copied into this dot name and price will be copied into this dot price. Okay, this pointer that we are using, and this is happening. Then let us say get name, function get name, whose return type is string, that will return name, right. And then here you have get price, whose data type is double and it is returning price, right. So, here you have one abstract function, right, public abstract, this is a regular function, right. So, in fact, this is constructor, 2 argument constructor, correct, and here you go the abstract function, right. So, that means in fact abstract method, it is a Java, it is Java abstract method, right. So, in the previous example we use virtual function, if you recall, right. So, here it is abstract method calculate price, that means it has to inherit further, right. In the further inheritance this has to be defined, I mean to say, correct. Anyway, it will be inherited because it is abstract class, I can't create any object. So, now electronics, so product is the base class, right, product is a super class, product is a super class, and from here I have electronics, all right. So, here you have electronics. So, this is inheriting publicly the product, right, and then here you have constructor electronics, you have the arguments name and price, right. So, super of name comma price, right. In fact, in the super class constructor product, what is the constructor? Product. So, this will be called, right. So, name will be assigned to this dot name and the price will be assigned to this dot price, right. So, in case you are having the object under electronics, correct. So, now I have a overriding function calculate price over here, yes, anyway this is abstract method. So, here when I am writing and assume that you have an object under electronics or you are upcasting under electronics. So, this will be called, right, the calculate price, the base, the super class product, right. Under this you have method calculate price which will be overridden, right, that will be overridden, and here the calculate price is being defined whose return type is double. So, this will return get price into 1.18, right, 18% GST 1.18, right. So, the next one you have clothing, next class is clothing which is extending product. So, that means this is inheriting product, all right. So, I have clothing, right, this is a, in fact I have to put like this clothing, all right. This class is clothing which is inheriting product, again it has the constructor clothing name and price you are passing, all right. So, super class constructor, you have name which will be copied into this dot name, price which will be copied into this dot price, right. And then here also you have the overriding method calculate price. So, here if you are having 10% discount, that is a dynamic, that is called dynamic pricing, right. So, similar thing we have done in the hotel management system also, right. So, the get price will be multiplied by 0.90, right. So, get price is over here which is returning price in line number 14, right. So, there also line number 8 also you have get price, the same meaning, get price will be called, it will be returning price. So, price will be multiplied by 0.9 because here you have 10% discount clothing, right. So, now next class is the cart class. So, under cart class, so here you have public class cart, you have list of products, that is the array list, again product, right. Product is the object small p, and you have a private member data called discount, initially it is 0.0, and here you have the constructor cart, right. So, the products dynamically allocating a memory with array list, right, the array list, right, which is the constructor, right. The class is cart and here you have the array list. So, upcasting to array list products that you are defining in array list, right, array list of products, constructor is array list. So, that is your cart constructor. So, it is equivalent to this array list products which is equal to dynamically allocating a memory new, and this is a constructor array list, right. So, next you have one method in the class cart which is called add product. So, product is an object and the class is product, right. If product is equal to null, right. So, if product is pointing to null, then it is throwing cannot, right. This is throwing the exception called null pointer exception, right, which is a inbuilt exception, null pointer exception in Java, right. So, which is printing cannot add null product. You cannot add null product, right. Otherwise, you are calling add function, right, add method by pausing the product, add method pausing the product, right, add it is invoking add method by pausing the product. So, the next line, line number 18, you have the method called remove product, right, remove product, you are pausing product. So, if products dot, I mean products is invoking remove product, if this is false, not of this is true, right. If products is invoking remove product, if it is false, not of false is true, then it is throwing the illegal argument exception. So, product not found in the cart, if it is not there, right. So, that means the remove product is becoming false. If nothing is there, you can't do remove product, right. So, it will become false. So, not of false become true. So, then in that case, it is throwing this illegal argument exception. So, that means product not found in the cart will be displayed. So, this is cart class, and we have some more functions, right, methods, get products, right. So, list of array list of product, return products, all right, and then here you have apply coupon, this is a method, and string code, right. So, code is the parameter that you are passing whose data type is string. If it is equal, code dot equal save 10, sometimes, right, you are going to pass this and it is equal to save 10. So, discount is equal to 0.10, right. Otherwise, it is invalid coupon code. What is the code, right, you are writing the code. Other code, there is no coupon discount, okay. And here you have method called calculate total, total is initialized to 0, then you have for loop, assume that is a range for loop, you have so many products, all the products are going into the product. So, both the references are pointing to the same address, and total will be equal to total plus product dot calculate price. So, for all the prices, so you are adding, right. So, those you are adding all the product. So, here you have line number 15, assume that P1, P2, P3, Pn are there, all the prices will be added, right. So, then total into 1 minus, suppose discount is 0.1, right. So, here you go save 10 coupon. So, 1 minus 0.1, that means 0.9, 0.9 will be multiplied by total, that means you are getting 10% discount, that is calculate total, right. So, then you are going to have order class, right. So, we will see order class. So, class order, your object is cart, right, under class cart. Here you have the constructor, right, constructor object cart, right, under cart. So, cart is copied into this dot cart, and then here you have a method called place order, right. So, you are printing order summary, range for loop. So, assume that you have all the get products, right. When the cart is invoking get products, that will be copied the product, right. So, you have several products, assume that it is a P1, P2, P3, etc., right. So, all will be printed, that means assume that you have n products, the name, get the name and print the value, right. So, in dollar, what is the value? Calculate price. So, it is invoking calculate price, let us say $10, $20, $5, etc., right. So, then you are printing. So, total dollar is cart is invoking calculate total, cart is invoking calculate total. Calculate total we have done, and then save order, exactly what we have done in the case of hotel management system, that particular problem. We are almost going to do the same thing. Here you have save order function, save order method, file name under string. So, we are going to handle the file, right. If you are trying, you have writer object under file writer, dynamically allocating a memory with the constructor file writer, you are right going to pass the file name. So, that we will see, maybe it will be available in the main, what is the file name, some .txt or something, right. And then we are again the same, the get products. So, that is copied into product, and then writer object which is invoking write method. So, you will have a get name dollar value and the calculate price, right. So, this is for the range for loop. So, assume that you can able to do successfully, right. So, these line number 20, 21, 22 will happen, right. And then the writer object will invoke write, right. Writer object will invoke write. So, this is up to here, your try is still continuing, right. So, your try is starting here, correct. So, it is continuing. Line number 23 is under try only. So, it will write, right, will call write method, writer is object writer will call write method, total dollar is cart is invoking calculate total, right. If there is any problem, if you are not able to open the file or the file does not exist, all right, it will throw the exception, exception will be caught here and then error saving order and e dot get message. So, whatever get message that we had seen previously, that will be printed. These are all you know, right. So, now go to the main program, right, main class. So, this is a derived class. Here you have main method. So, I have an object called cart under the class cart, dynamically allocating a memory, right, with the constructor cart, right. So, here I am trying system.out.println, this will print adding valid products, right. Now, cart is invoking, this object is invoking add product, right. So, here you go the constructor electronics, right, where you are passing laptop and 1000, right. So, we had seen this electronics, clothing, all the classes because I have written, I remember, right. So, here you go, right, class electronics, and then here you have the constructor, you are passing name and price, right. So, that is what you have done, laptop 1000, name is laptop and then name and price $1000, right, laptop 1000, clothing t-shirt 50, add product, right. So, then products are added successfully, you are adding the valid product, that is a test 1, right. So, test 2 validate price calculation. So, you are printing validating price calculation, here you have the for loop, the products again, let us say P1, P2, P3, Pn. So, the reference will be product, right. So, the range, all the ranges, this is a range for loop, all the ranges will be printed, right. So, it is invoking get name, calculated price in dollar and the product is invoking calculate price, right. So, then you have system.println over here outside, right, your range for loop is here. So, one statement system.out.println, new line, line number 17 and line number 18 you have system.out.println attempting to add a null product, alright. So, try attempting to add null product and then what will happen. So, this particular case it is handling invalid product addition. So, that means when you are passing null value, right, add product, when it is having null, this we had seen add product, if product equal to null, line number 12. So, then it is throwing null pointer exception, alright, and then here you are having cannot add null product. So, this will be printed, right. So, that we are testing over there, right. So, you have to do all the testing. So, that is being done, right. So, then exception will be caught. So, caught exception and then whatever I said that will be printed, alright. So, and then you are having one system.out.println new line and now next test is handle invalid product removal, right. So, you are trying this try throw catch. So, try, right. So, you are printing this attempting to remove a non existing product, right. So, cart is invoking remove product. So, here you have phone comma 800, but the problem is where we have, if you recall, we have laptop 1000, right. So, we have laptop only, right, and then remove product. So, under cart you have remove product, right. So, here you go. So, you products dot remove product, when it is calling, right, remove of product, what it is false, you cannot remove that product because it is not there in the cart. So, not false become true. So, illegal argument exception, product not found in the cart will be printed, right. So, here test 4 it will be printed, right. So, that will be caught here, right, and then that particular message will be printed. So, that is test 4 and test 5 applied valid and invalid coupon codes, system.out.println applying valid coupon. So, cart apply coupon save 10. So, this in fact we had seen that, right. So, if it is save 10, right. So, you can see in the cart, right, save 10 code equals save 10 discount will be 0.10, right. So, this will happen, right. So, that is what you are passing, save 10, right. So, then the calculate total, that particular function will be called under cart, right, and then all these messages will be printed. This is not very difficult, right, because you are getting lot of system.out.println. So, this will be printed and applied coupon. Here it is an invalid code, right. So, if it is an invalid code, so that also we had seen, right, else, right. So, invalid coupon code. So, the code is this. What is that? Invalid code. Okay. So, system.out.println test 5, which is not very difficult. And test 6, confirm correct order summary, printing this, and then you have an object order under class, right hand side you have a constructor, passing cart, and order is invoking place order, right. Order is invoking place order, save order, place order. Okay. So, this function will be called, this method will be called, right. Then you are saving the file. So, system.out.println, saving order to file, order is invoking save order, order.txt, right. So, this we had seen in the case of a file handling, last one we had seen, right. So, here you go, save order, file name. What is the file name? Order.txt, right, and then order saved successfully. So, in case any problem, right. So, here because here you are having all the cases, right, because you are trying, right. So, here you are having try, yes, it is continuing, and then finally catch. In case any exception, it will be caught, right. So, your all the tests and save the order to a file will be over, and in fact, when I run the code, I will get the output like this. So, what you can do in this case, I will run. Okay. So, I will go to Java. So, here you have, you can see here you have cart.class, one second, right, cart.java, clothing.java, electronics.java, order.java, right. So, all the separate, right, the classes, right, and also subclasses, clothing, electronics are all subclasses, correct. So, all these you can see, and when I run the code, so we know the driver class, right. So, the driver class is nothing but shopping cart demo, right. So, this is the output, right. So, the different classes I explained, right. So, we had seen cart, we had seen clothing, we had seen electronics, right, order, right, and then here you can see order.txt file also, right, order.txt file also, correct. So, if I open that order.txt previously, yeah, these are all the cases, right, laptop, t-shirt and total, yeah. So, if you look at the console, we have the output like this, right. So, this is what exactly we also expected, right. So, this is the output in the console, and also we had seen different Java file and the output also we had seen. So, in this case study, what are all the challenges and solutions, right. So, in fact, the challenge will be handling large product hierarchies, right. If it is a big supermarket, right. So, you have several products, correct, and you have to make it online, all right. So, in that case, suppose the products are large or heavy, so then when you want to handle, right, so you have to follow few hierarchies, right. So, in fact, we had seen clothing, electronics, so like that you have to make the heavier one, right. So, the solution will be, of course, we have to use the inheritance, right. So, the inheritance for modular design, and the challenge is complex pricing rule, right. So, this is the challenge. So, how to make it, sometimes 10% discount, 20% discount, and some of the products we have to put GST, right. So, all these cases we have to worry about that, right. So, in this case what we have to do, you can use the polymorphism, right, for product specific calculations. And challenge, persistent order storage, right. So, in the case of a persistent order storage, so the solution is we have to use the file handling to save orders. In fact, in this particular problem we have done this. So, what are all the further enhancement we can do, right. So, we can add support for additional product categories, right. For example, furniture, grocery items, so these are all we have not seen, right. So, you can sports items, right. So, these are all the items we can add, right, and integrate payment gateways for real world use. So, that is a challenging task nowadays, right. So, we have to integrate the payment gateways, and we have to also enhance file handling system for the JavaScript object notation JSON and the CSV, right, the CSV files, that means a comma separated values file, right, for storage. And also the last chapter that we had studied, the graphical user interface, right. So, we can also add GUI for better visibility. So, these are all the enhancements that we can think of for solving these kind of real world problems. So, in this study, right, in this case study, I talked about the online shopping cart system, right. So, here we built a modular system for simulating an online shopping cart, right. So, we have used several functionalities and then we had implemented that, right. So, what are all those we have implemented? So, with the help of inheritance, so we have done product hierarchies, and with the help of polymorphism, we managed cart management and dynamic pricing, right. And also we have used the file handling system for the summary generation and the persistent storage, right. So, and also we had ensured robust error handling exception, right. If there are invalid operations, so we have also used the error handling exceptions, all right. So, with this I am concluding this particular case study. So, we have studied this with the help of Java, right. Thank you.